Hey everyone, how are y'all? Simple Butterfly, how are you? Hey Ray, hey Crime Crazy, Musical, how are you? Wait, what a baby, it wasn't your name, it was someone else. One second, y'all, I'm trying to get all my stuff together. Jesse Katz, True Crime, how are you? Hey Justine. Musical, yes, it's some parts of it are very hard to handle. Hey Cool Gamer, how are you? Well, Jesse Katz, I hope you get to feeling better soon. Hey Sandra, Yorkie Mama, how are you? Hey Drew, how are you? And I'm doing good, thank you. Hey JJ, Philly Maniac, how are you tonight? Hey Valerie. Musical, I wonder that sometimes. Like it has to affect them at some point. Hey William, hey Lisa, Michelle, how are you? And I missed all of you too, but y'all, I spent from the time I woke up yesterday till I went to sleep this morning cleaning my house. And I told White Widow Baby and them, I was like, I'm not even going live. I've got to finish my house because it's bothering the crap out of me. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I just the house it was literally driving me crazy. Okay, gosh, she's been generous. Okay, Debbie, how are you? American Princess, how are you? Hey, Jim J, how are you? And yes, y'all, today was little Summerwell's 7th birthday. So many, many birthday blessings to her. Oh, Sandra, it was just it, you know, the basics were getting done. Like, the laundry, the dishes were getting washed, floors were getting swept and mopped, but it just like needed. It was almost like I was doing spring cleaning. It just got to the point where it was aggravating me. Jim J, I'm doing good, thank you. Hey, Rogue Mama, how are you? Kelly M, how are you? Hey, Moonville. Mar, are you feeling any better, honey? Oh, Wolfpack, I know. I would never have to do anything again. Just, yeah, wiggle my nose and the house is clean. Mar, you're still in the hospital, honey? Hey, Tina Marie, how are you? And real quick, if y'all haven't done so, I do have a second channel, Sweet Tea and Chat. I don't have a whole lot on it, but if y'all would go sub up to that one, I'm gonna start doing some stuff over there as well. and try to get that channel built up. Um, I think, a few Kylie Rodney live streams over there, but that's about it. But I really do need to start working on that one. Hey, Lights, how are you? Well, she just said her family gets to communicate with a nurse. I'm a physical. Oh, okay. Well, Mara, hopefully they're helping you. Courtney Anderson, how are you? I just adopted a cat from a rescue. We're gonna go through growing pains, but all good. Hey, Vapor, how are you? And Vapor, no, I didn't do a live last night. Norman Cook, how are you? Hey, Lori and CJ. JJ, yeah, I'm still not completely done with like the whole entire house. Um, but I got like the kitchen, living room, laundry room is now situated once again. I'll have to. It'll take me like a week to do my room because all of my work stuff takes up one side of my room. I try, but my nose don't want to cooperate. It's just too lazy. And I actually was trying to get most of what I needed to get done last night so I could go live, but I decided not to, just to try to get more of it done. I get in trouble when Scarlet isn't on. I need to stick to games, but Mar, are you giving the nurses a hard time? Hey Claire, how are you? And yes, happy birthday to little Summer Wells, y'all. Norman, I believe I seen that earlier today. Or well, I was watching it. Um, I didn't get to finish the video though, but I did see something about that Officer Payne wasn't or didn't do what he was supposed to. I believe it was on the September the 1st and September 2nd uh, noise complaint calls that had went out that night. Hey, True Seeker, how are you? Nothing they don't deserve. Give them hell more. Hey, Zara, how are you? All right, let me see. Yes, Chrome Crazy, no summer, no peace. Okay, most of them are nice, but I do see the bad ones. I'm not the one to get crappy with, especially when I'm hurting. Omar, is like antibiotics or anything like that helping you? Hey, Scott, how are you? Zara, you're welcome, and I'm doing good. All right, y'all. So, y'all remember the other night when I think it was the last live I did. Um, and while I'm going over this real quick, I'm going to be talking about the Idaho Student Union building where Bryan was seen several times. But while I'm going over this and getting it pulled up on screen, y'all feel to chat with Purple Hearts for Summer, please. They seem to think that's enough. Oh, wow. Amar, hopefully they're going to get you situated where you can get back home. Okay, let me make sure I got the right email here. Because it's weird. This student union building, it's several floors, and it has the food court, which is where um, the girl said that they seen Bryan. He was sitting by himself drinking water and had a staring problem, like he was staring at everyone. Hey, Lori, how are you? Um, but in this building, on the floors above it, above the food court, there's classrooms in it. Lawnmower Man, I do. Let me make sure. I think I do have the map of where the campus map of where it's at. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, yes, I do have it. And I don't think it's close to anything important. Maybe some um, other buildings with classrooms in it. Let me get this put in my computer. But it's like right on the edge of the campus. Okay, so let me get this pulled up here. Hey Kim, how are you? And thank you all for putting the purple hearts in chat. All right. Okay, and it just says Idaho Student Union Building and then the Teaching and Learning Center. It's like two things in one building. Like the two buildings are connected. And it just says Idaho Student Union Building and the Teaching and Learning Center are connected buildings. The ISUB offers a wide variety of student focused services and engaging activities in the heart of the campus. The building features meeting rooms, dining services, academic support programs, and lounges to help provide students a home away from home. The ISUB first opened in 2000 as the Idaho Commons and served as a joint student union with the Bruce M. Pittman Center. In 2019, the building was renamed to reinforce the student focused mission of the Idaho Student Union. The TLC is the primary classroom facility on campus and is home to 35 state of the art classrooms, seating over 1,500 students at a given time. And that's the Teaching and Learning Center, the TLC is. So these two buildings, the Union Building and the Teacher and Learning Center, they're both connected. So I'm wondering if Bryan might have been sitting out at that food court, either watching for Xana, Maddie, or Kaylee, you know, or was he maybe scoping out other victims or other potential victims? Okay, so it's seating over 1,500 students at any given time. The building houses a computer teaching lab as well as an active learning classroom to promote innovative and structural design methods. Built on the frame of the original University Classroom Center, the TLC was combined with the Idaho Commons in 2005 to enhance the residential Moscow campus with a living and learning environment for traditional and non traditional students alike. And it just says to check out the directory for more information about the services offered in the Idaho Student Union. So whenever I go down and to the bottom here, exactly, Lawnmower Man, he could have, been sitting there. If he just wouldn't have been sitting there staring at people, um, nobody probably never would have noticed him. He's just, sitting there drinking water by himself, but he had to go staring at people and letting them know that he's staring. And Milo is saying hi to everyone. Hey, James, how are you? All right, so on the first floor, it's just a conference room. That's where the food court is. It's got the Atrium Reflections Art Gallery, the Wellspring Conference Room, and then a Whitewater Conference Room. So it's pretty much just, conference rooms and the food court, pretty much. All right, so then the second floor is just a Vandal lounge. It's got several lounges. It's got a bagel shop. It's got like your information place. The credit union is there, which is where, like if you're student faculty, you can go in and cash checks as long as you got the University of Idaho ID. The Moscow Police Department has I guess like a substation there. I guess you could call it. They got a rotunda there, and then the Grid convenience store. So he could have very easily sit on that first floor, and basically everybody who goes in and out of that building, he would have been able to see from the first floor at the food court. And I'm sure the food court is, I don't know, probably half the college, if not more than half the college, goes in and out of that food court every day. And then the third floor is where you got, let's see, what do we got here? The students, associated students, career centers, student involvement, scholarship, sorority life, different services and programs that they have there. And then there's other different rooms, conference rooms and stuff like that on the fourth floor. The teaching and learning center is where the classrooms are at. And I tried to find like a close-up picture or maybe some inside pictures of the student union building, of like where the food court was and where all you could see, but I wasn't able to find that. All right, and then the second floor is just other classrooms. So if they're, like I said, the food court, more than likely it being on the first floor of the student union building, he's able to see everybody who goes in and out of there. He could have very well been sitting there watching these girls before the murders happened, and they would have never even knew he was there. Which is scary. Just, he had no business. Oh, Milo is on his heating pad now, y'all. But he had no business even being on the campus. He didn't go to school there. He didn't have a job there. What other reason would he have been on the University of Idaho campus to begin with? Okay, so let me grab this the map real quick. He could have stalked the student union center every day for all we know. Yeah, I mean, there's no telling honestly how many times he was there. 3 different girls from the Idaho campus said that they saw him there. They just thought he was another student. Like, from the way they talked, they had seen him multiple times. The staring is what gave him away, though. If he wouldn't have sit there and just stared at people, maybe research, talk to specific teacher, use some of the library equipment, maybe special topic areas. I don't know. Okay. It's just gonna get worse when I zoom in. Okay. I believe it is building number 87. Yes, 87. So when the girls and family said Kaylee had a stalker, it sounds true. Should have got a gun. I mean, he could have, he could have been following her around on campus. Oh, peanut butter fudge sounds good, James. All right, so building number 87 is right here. So it's basically just on the edge of the campus. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but this little blue line through here is like the edge of campus. And it's just that building right there. And for whatever reason, it wants to get blurry the more I zoom in. But that's the only one I could find, the only map I could find that actually had like the little thing on the side telling what buildings were what on the campus. Let's see, there's more of a chance of shooting someone else or yourself by accident. Hey Pam, how are you? Just gonna listen in, but wanted to say hello to everyone. Well, Pam, thank you for dropping in and saying hi. Let's see, maybe he would run around the university, or maybe he had a nice track. He was a runner. Yeah, he was a runner, Zara. All right, so security camera caught his white launcher in the parking lot, maybe. But I think in order to get a parking pass, unless he had a visitor one, I think the only other way to get one would have been to be a student. But uh, maybe he had a visitor parking pass. Seventh row, how are you? I think maybe if she would have had a gun, it might have helped her if she was out and about in the town or traveling, from Coeur d'Alene down to Moscow back and forth, or, even if she was moving out of state. Um, that night, though, unless she had it right there by her in Maddie's room, I don't think it would have helped her. He probably just used paid parking like families do when visiting campus. Melanie, that possibly was it. I just think it's weird. Hey B, how are you? I just think it's weird that he was on the campus. Okay. Can't carry on school, but it's always better to conceal just in case. My friend had a situation where his daughter was getting stalked and made his daughter get a little 3080. Yeah, I mean, it would, like I said, probably if she got caught up in a situation while traveling or out in town, something like that. But hey, GOP Nick, how are you? Pam, yes, ma'am, I'm doing good. Okay, the PCA stated that 11 of the 12 times his phone connected to the Moscow Tower was late at night, early morning. Why would he be on campus when students really wouldn't be unless near dorms? I don't know. They're saying that they seen him at the food court at the student union building. Like I said, it's oh shit. Hold on, y'all. I hit the wrong spot on the screen. Hey, banker guy, how are you? Just playing devil's advocate, but maybe he was there tutoring someone. Hey, Billy. I don't know. I mean, if he was, but if he was just sitting there by himself and just, drinking his water and staring at people, it just seems odd. That they're claiming they seen him. He's, on this campus, and then these four students of that university, are murdered. Not to mention the fact that he was around their house 12 times. It just seems odd that he would, that he was there. Obsessed for Disneyland, how are you? Okay. So I don't know. I mean, the student union building, it seems like like there's constantly students there. Whether it's the food court, the credit union, classes, the lounges, studying, or whatever. Like um, it seems like there's always a lot of students. Let's see. There's nothing substantial so far that the jury would have no reason or would have no reasonable doubt he did this. Okay, a quick way to become a student and be able to purchase a parking ticket is to go to the register and tell them that you want to audit a class, and it's only about $15. And Billy, yeah, I believe Mark came in here a couple of different times. I did hear yesterday that he did pass away. So y'all keep Mark, and y'all have probably seen him on a couple of different panels. So y'all just keep Mark's family in your prayers. I don't know what happened. I had heard yesterday that he had passed away Sunday, I believe it was. Okay, if they're seeing his phone connected to the Moscow Tower these 12 times late at night, why wasn't it connecting to the tower's moves on campus? All these. No reason to hide being there. I don't know, Vapor. I'm wondering if they have. Unless he had his phone. But I don't know. Because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Mar, he did. Um, unless he had the phone off, so they wouldn't know that he was there. If something was to come up, late like it has, they couldn't place him there. But I don't know. All I know is some girl named Chelsea, and the other two, I don't believe, give their name. Or if they did, I don't remember. But hoping for answers. How are you? Okay. All right. So maybe, which now they can't speak about it, the police and all this and that. So maybe once the gag order is no more, they will come out and talk about it and, let us know if he was in fact there or what. And Aviana, I still don't understand why a house with all girls living in it didn't have cameras. Let me catch up real quick. But why hide your phone when you're doing nothing wrong and not hide your phone? I, Vapor, this dude is. I can't even explain. I can't explain Bryan. I don't understand his ways and the things that we're being told that he's done. I don't. I mean, like I completely get what you're saying. Like, why hide that you're? I mean, because technically, he's just sitting in a food court by himself, drinking water and staring at people. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but not illegal. I don't think he harassed anybody or anything like that while he was there. It just made some people uncomfortable. So I don't know. He. I mean, yeah, if it does come up that in court that he was there, she can very easily just say, well, he turned his phone off. He, wasn't charged. It died. The battery went dead. Like something. Indianapolis and J Luck, how are y'all? I mean, just this dude, he's just so unpredictable. He's a very lucky guy. Then thousands of female students in Moscow and Pullman area, and he picks one to stalk that lives in easily accessible party house. Most female students are in secure dwellings. Yeah. And that could be the reason why Jack is, or well, hoodie guy. I'm just gonna call him hoodie guy because I don't if law enforcement's ever came out and named hoodie guys Jack is, They may have, and I just don't remember. But I'm just going to call him Hoodie Guy until they confirm that he is, in fact, Jack S. All right, 1 second. And I do have some court documents to go over. But I'm going to go over those in a second. Okay, it's all about having evidence you can't deny that proves it. Unless they were able, because I think it was Lawnmower Man had asked about, well, maybe they could get video footage. I would think the video footage would be too old for them to go back and get if it is true. I don't know how long the university, like, like stores and stuff will save it for so many days and then it gets recorded over. Let's see, blue. I don't know. Bryan is just, it's hard to put Bryan Kohberger into words. He's just, should I say weird individual? Would that be a good one? Sandy Sanford, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family. Maybe I should say weird. Odd, strange, yeah. It's just, I don't know. He's a very weird dude, y'all. He's like a scary character of a book. Marissa said weird's an understatement. Unique, eccentric. Okay, like Tasha said last night, why did no one scream if they had defense wounds? Avion, I don't believe for 1 minute that at least Xana watched her boyfriend get attacked and then this guy coming after her and she did not scream. I don't believe that. I fully believe Xana was screaming her head off, hoping and praying that somebody would hear her and come help her. Hey, Carrie, how are you? And I don't believe that Dylan didn't hear it. I don't believe that. Hey, Nina, how are you? Human nature to scream, exactly. She's literally watching her boyfriend get attacked. That in itself should be noisy. You got two, like, I don't know exactly how tall Ethan was. I would assume 6 foot or taller. Ethan looked like he was a pretty tall boy. Bryan is 6 foot. That's two big guys going at it with each other. There had to be some noise, especially if it was in the doorway of Xana's bedroom. That little hallway right there, like a hallway's not that, it's not that wide. It's not that big of a space. They had to be hitting walls and, if they're fighting with each other. Hey, Candy, how are you? They had to be fighting with each other. And if y'all remember, Mr. Gonzalez said that there was a hell of a struggle on the second floor. It had to be noisy. And I'm beginning to wonder, y'all, and I heard this somewhere else today, if Bethany was even at home that night. Because she's claiming, well, in the PCA, that she's seen Ethan and Xana at Sigma Chi at the party that night from 9 o'clock to 1:45. Well, it had been said from the very beginning that her and Dylan were out in the town, but they were separate. They wasn't together, but they both ended up at home around 1 o'clock. Well, how did she end up home at 1 o'clock if Dylan, or if I'm sorry, if Bethany seen Santa and Ethan at the frat house at 1:45 in the morning. Okay, so let me ask, who in here doesn't have things in the past or in their personalities that could be twisted or made to look like you have done something that you haven't done? DNA everywhere, so on. And Miss Holly, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family. One of the real ones, how are you? Hey, Amy, how are you? Okay, and that's what Brian was saying. I'm going to help you because she was screaming. Yeah, I just, with the part where Dylan is claiming that she heard a male's voice say that about helping you or whatever, I'm hoping that whenever she gave her statement to the police and was given, okay, crime crazy, 1 second, and she was, given the description of this person she's seen and all that, um, that she told if she recognized it as being Ethan's voice or if she thinks that it was the voice of the other guy. Okay, 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna run in and slow the chat down. Oh, GOP Nick. I hope she's not. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her. She had to have heard the attacks with Ethan and Santa. At least the PCA is redacted, so I'm hoping there was more to the statement. Yeah, they just put in that statement or in the PCA. They just put in what they needed to put in there to secure an arrest warrant. That's all that was. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more to what Dylan has said, or at least I hope there is anyway. All right, y'all. Okay, I got it slowed down for y'all. Okay, wasn't there also a decent source that said that there were significant injuries to the back of Ethan's legs? Okay, so I heard about Ethan's legs. I don't know if that's true or not. I only heard that one time. I don't think I heard it after that. JB, how are you? CB, how are you tonight? Okay, allegedly DM told Bethany that she had a feeling something bad was going to happen that night. I wonder if Bethany left to go stay at friends. Please. So yeah, I think y'all the $1 million question is why didn't she call police? Hey Anthony, how are you? I think that's like question number one that everybody's wanting to know. Why did she wait so many hours to call? I mean, that would be my first question. Like, why was there 7.5 hours between the time you seen this man walk out of the house until 911 was called? So I'm wondering if maybe Bethany wasn't home that night. She comes in close to 12 o'clock, right? Maybe close to um, not long before the 911 call was made. And maybe she stumbled upon the crime scene. Anyone in here? Okay, so Jeanette wants to know, anyone in here ever been truly traumatized? Everyone handles trauma differently. Some are quiet, some are screamers. Just me, how are you? Okay. So it's stated she was originally asleep, meaning that she slept twice that night. Originally slept before the murders and then slept again after they happened. Yeah, that's what they were saying from the beginning. Thank you, Philly Maniac. They had us all believing that Both Bethany and Dylan were on the first floor and they slept through the entire thing. Maybe she saw him walking out the door with the knife in his hand. Maybe that's what scared her so much that she went in her room and locked the door, but it just seems like she would have called the police. And I mean, I completely get someone being scared or being in shock. But yeah, waiting 8 hours, like that's especially you hear crying, you hear someone say that there's someone there. You see this masked man walk through your house that you don't know at 4 something in the morning, possibly holding a knife. Let's see, she should have messaged her roommates too. Yeah. I just don't think she was, like I said, I get the shock thing. I just don't think the shock lasted for 8 hours. I think finding out Dylan was on the second floor was the biggest what the fuck. I, you should have seen my face when I read the affidavit. My jaw literally hit the floor when it said she was on the second floor. And then whenever it said that, about the phone call, yeah, I was like, oh my God, like, why lie and make us think that they were on the first floor and they slept through the entire thing? $2. Come on, Crime Crazy. I was just reading a comment. That word was in the comment. I felt bamboozled for sure. I literally, yeah, I looked at Charles and that's exactly what I said. WTF. I was like, I couldn't believe that she was on the second floor. And what's going to look bad on her? If she gets on the stand and they ask her, well, why did you wait so long? And then she says, well, I was in shock, or I was scared, or I was this or that. The next question is going to be, well, if you were so scared, then why did you call your friends? Wait, little baby, I don't need any more money going into the swear jar. Okay, we had questions about them when we thought they were on the first floor, now being on the second. Yes, because, okay, see, Crime Crazy, there goes that WTF again. But we all had questions about whenever they were on the first floor. Like how we were questioning it. How could they sleep through all that? Especially uh, the room that was under Xana. Because we were all led to believe Dylan was in one room, Bethany was in the other room on the first floor. Michelle, how are you? And that's what we all believed it until that PCA came out. All right, James, you have a good night. And we all question it. How could they sleep through it? A lot of people said maybe they had earbuds in, they were listening to music. People were speculating about how the house was built, from the first floor to the second floor. Maybe it was built different than other houses, and all this and that. And then I'll come to find out one of them was on the second floor, and I'm starting to believe that Bethany wasn't even home. My JZ, how are you? Annette P, how are you tonight? Okay, we don't know that she didn't message the others. I still don't think we know the real story. I have a very hard time believing kids on campus knew. Oh, the amazing Tiff, I know. Mar, thank you for becoming a member for 4 months. And she said, love this chat, lost my mod family, and beautiful chat. Well, we love you too, Mar. And we hope that you get to feeling better soon. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I got another crazy story, which we've done heard about this, but oh wait, let's see. She wasn't too traumatized or suffering with PTSD to open her door, supposedly for a third time. She would have already been spooked by the end with all the scary noises. I mean, if I hear my friend crying at 4 something in the morning, and I said this the other night, and I know that her boyfriend is there, I'm gonna want to know why my friend is crying when there's a man in the room with her. Like, I'm gonna want to know if he's hurting her or he's doing something. Like, why is she crying? So I don't know. It makes me wonder why Dylan, just on hearing the cries coming from Xana's room, why didn't she go check on her friend? Okay, I'd have been too scared to unlock the door and open it several times throughout the ordeal. Hey, Stone Gator, how are you? See, I never Stone Gator. I think if you're not getting notifications, if you click the bell and turn it off, and then click it again to turn it back on, I believe that fixes the problem. Let's see. And if you hear what you consider innocent noises, you're not going to go stealth mode when opening your door to check. Right. And me just knowing myself, I would have just, like I said, especially if I hear my friend crying and I know that there is a man in the room with her, then, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Hold on, y'all. Then I'm just going to walk up in the room and find out what's going on. Which, you know, I'm glad that she didn't do that, because if she would have done that, then she possibly would have been hurt too. But it's just, like, that's usually what friends do. Okay, she knows a lot but did nothing to stop or help. Yeah. Example. Okay, well, if Bethany wasn't home that night, then she had to have been somewhere she wasn't supposed to be to say she was home. Maybe sleeping with Jack. I mean, he didn't answer his phone or text. But the picture that came out that night of the corner club, and it was Adam and Hoodie Guy, Kaylee and Maddie, and then the guy that looked like Jack. If I remember correctly, I do believe one of Kaylee's family members came out and verified that that was Jack there with them. And Bethany is saying that she's seen Ethan and Xana at the Sigma Chi house that night from 9 to 1:45, which we didn't even know that. They just kept saying they were out in the community. Hey, King Scarlet, how are you? Okay, when she heard noises, heard someone is here, and she should have called her up to scare them off. Yeah. All right, Tammy C, how are you? You just answered your question. What the answer, DM, was not their friend. There was lots of friction between. Yeah, obviously she wasn't their friend. Because she did nothing. She did nothing to help. All right, y'all. 1 second. I need to mute for just a minute. Okay. Let's see. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Laced in Perfume, how are you? Okay. Let's see. I'm not expecting him to try to intervene, but yeah, at least call for help. Do something. Hey, Bug, how are you? Okay. So, y'all, I'm going to get on this now. This Brittany Hislop girl, she has love sick for Bryan Kohberger. She is this woman is crazy. I did not know that she has done this to another man while he was in jail, and the guy had to end up telling the prison to block her from coming and seeing him. I I did. Wait, what a baby! I said these crazy women are going to start coming out, and they're going to start saying they're in love with him and all this and that. This is so sick. So it says Kentucky woman Brittany Hislop love sick for Idaho killer Bryan Kohberger. Y'all, this woman, like, hey Daniel, how are you? So it says accused quadruple murderer Bryan Kohberger is driving one woman crazy in love. Brittany Hislop insists that he's the perfect man for her. Yeah, he's the perfect man. He just went and killed 4 innocent kids. But he's the perfect man. All right, so she says, my love interest is named Bryan and is accused of murder, and I just wish to connect with him above anyone else. The 35-year-old Kentucky single mom of a 16-year-old son gushed in one of her many Facebook posts about Kohberger, whom she said she has never met or communicated with. And this girl, or not this girl, this woman has a 16-year-old son, and she's worried about being in love with a murderer. She said, one way to describe my feelings for him over the last week or so is kind of like being lovesick. Hislop began posting publicly about her infatuation on January the 4th, just 5 days after Kohberger was arrested in the fatal November 13th stabbing of the 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho. Hislop, or Hislope, who repeatedly points to her and Kohberger's um, astro- astrological signs, they are both Scorpios, and birth charts as explaining why he could be her divine masculine counterpart. I can't with this woman, y'all. Hey, honey, how are you? Okay, so her divine masculine counterpart isn't just drawn to the former criminology PhD student for his smarts and quiet courtroom demeanor. When it shows the lovemaking scene between the man and the woman that are 2 different characters in the movie, although it's not very explicit, I want to be with my love interest Bryan in those ways. She wrote bizarrely, referring to a scene in the 1987 vampire film The Lost Boys between actors Jason Patrick and Jamie Gertz. Kohberger isn't the first jailbird that Hislop has pursued, having previously pinned a local convicted killer, Cody Hall, 33, who fatally shot a 50-year-old man in Pulaski County, Kentucky in 2017 before attacking his sister and another woman with a machete. Like, this dude shot a man, and then went after another woman and this guy's sister with a machete. What the hell is wrong with people, y'all? She said that she's talking about the Cody Hall dude here. She said, I visited him, put money in his commissary account, wrote him letters, and I wanted to be in a loyal, committed relationship with him. She reminisced in a 2018 about Hall, who wound up blocking her from visiting him in jail. When I say I was in love with him, I mean I was completely and truly in love with him. Now, this woman needs help. Okay, her parents must be so proud of her right now. Whoever the father of her son is has got to be so happy he has her focus on somebody else. See, is that the same person? I think she was after a child R word and killer here too. Oh, 9 millimeter. There may be other guys that she's talked to then. Yes, Laura, she is actually posted all over Facebook about this guy, about Bryan, that she's in love with him. Okay, this is one of her posts. I'll read it real quick before I finish with it. She said, although I haven't taken a break from being off here for a consecutive amount of days for a while, in the past I've taken breaks from being on here that lasted over a week, and it wasn't because of any big life change other than me wanting to take a break from being on here. Oh my God, the Ronald senators, y'all. And look after my mental health. Okay. Although I can post on here and still look after it. Holy hell, she made one sentence last 4 lines. His name is Timothy Mann, and I think she was in the group with me and Timmy's wife and ex-wife and got blocked. Oh my God. Okay, she said, I'm not sure when my next break will be from posting on here that lasts a consecutive amount of days. And normally when I go without posting, I also refrain from being on here at all. Some people may not understand that with Bryan being my love interest that I'm fixated on, I don't think of being with others in that way that I think of being with him. And thoughts of being with him also give me sensations that I wouldn't get when thinking of someone else because I have deep feelings. How the fuck does she have deep feelings for this dude? He literally killed 4 kids. Okay, so she's got deep feelings for Bryan and am fixated on him, although I don't know how he feels about me. And if there's someone else he wants instead, even though that wouldn't be ideal for my divine masculine counterpart to be that way. Okay, wait. Even though that wouldn't be that sounds like that if he comes out and is like, "Look, lady, I don't want to be with you. I want to be with somebody else." She's saying that's not ideal. Well, the prisoner is an inmate dating site where lonely prisoners can mingle freely. Users can browse by gender, ethnicity, location, prison, and type of member, regular or VIP. That's really a thing. Okay, well, it sounds like if he doesn't want her, she's going to be very upset. Although when I have thoughts of being with him in certain ways, it gives me bodily sensations that are real. Although you may not understand what I'm meaning. Hold on, I need to read the rest of this before I read this out loud. I also feel a love for him that isn't just sexual in nature, as I've me now before. The mugshot of him that I added hearts to and a pair of lip stickers. Seeing that picture for the first time affected me before I added the stickers to it. Y'all, this woman is crazy. Oh my God. She will think he is playing hard to get and see it as a green light. Like, is she doing this for, like, is this a game to her? RVing, have a good night. The stalker gets stalked. Y'all, it's almost like she thinks this is a game. Okay, she does have 2 accounts multiplying multiple selfies. Oh God. Okay, so what? Let's see. I read this part. Okay, that was the part I didn't read. This is what she sent to this Cody Haldy. When I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's smiling. Oh my God. That's there. Okay, in addition to her daily diaristic posting, Hislop claims to have sent letters to Kohberger in Latah County Jail about her amorous intentions, along with pictures of herself dolled up. And there are pictures of her on here, on this article. Okay, so with her being deprived of love and other things in life for so long, and only wanting a one with someone, I truly want wholeheartedly with my feelings for Bryan. I've had to be true to myself in reaching out to him. Hislop wrote in a cringy post last month. Captain Shane Anderson of the Latah County Sheriff's Office declined to confirm whether Kohberger has received any mail from his not so secret admirer. Yeah. Okay, and this is a picture of her. She wanted to move in with the wife so she could wait 9 millimeters. She wanted to move in with the Cody Hall dude's wife. Is that what you're saying? Her standing on the. Oh God. There's like several pictures of her on here. Y'all, I don't think she can decide if she wants to be a blonde, a redhead, or a brunette. Okay. And it just says at the end of the article that Kohberger is facing 4 counts of first degree murder for allegedly killing Kaylee, Maddie, Zan, and Ethan. He is yet to enter a plea deal. I think they meant a plea. But one of his lawyers previously said that Kohberger is eager to be exonerated, and he is due back in court on June 26th. Hislop did not respond to multiple requests for comment, and family members could not be reached for comment. Y'all, this one sick woman. Honestly, I sure hope her kid is not a complete mess. You know, a 16-year-old son. Like she's, I, I told y'all this was gonna happen. That is just, oh my God. I hope Child Protective Services is monitoring him. Anthony, you want to brush your hair? It's yeah, a white widow baby. Now that's completely not normal. And she's wanting to do it to go viral, Nikki Lou. Like I just don't know if that's the right way to go viral. You know, if you're wanting positive things said and all this and that. I wonder if she feels the same way if he gets out. Michelle, it seems like that she's only into guys that's in jail. So if for whatever reason, if he was to get out, which I don't think he is, And I'm not saying that he is, but if for whatever reason he did get out, and she's sitting here all crazy, and that's her divine masculine counterpart, and all this and that. Um, what is she gonna do if he shows up on her door? Annie C, how are you? Yeah, Stone Gator. I didn't go live last night. I had so much other stuff that I needed to get done around here. Okay, wait. I need to. Well, why is this not? I need to exit off of this. Why does it keep pulling up? Damn it. Okay. I'm trying to get the next article pulled up, y'all, in this damn video of it. Keeps popping up. All right, so I'm going to read this article about the gag order. And then I'm going to go over the court documents and the gag order. Because the Gonzalez's attorney, Shannon Gray, is challenging the gag order. Hey, Brad, how are you? Hey, I'm a former prison wife and I love felons, but I'd be afraid he'd get out and I'd be... Stonegator, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is she going to do if that happens? And he just like shows up on her door because of all this stuff that she's been telling him in these letters and posting all over Facebook and all that. I mean, he's already half crack brain as it is. You know, and he's unpredictable, and he would probably just show up at her house. Like, she was also in love with a man who lived in her apartments, but was only near him 1 or 2 times. Lucky guy moved out never knowing. What the hell is wrong with this lady? Like, this doesn't make sense. Okay, let me get this pulled up here real quick, and then I gotta respond to a text. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Annie, see, that sounds like fun. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right. I just had to respond to a text real quick. Okay, she needs meds, and I love me suit and I love me suit and padded walls. She really does need help. On a serious note, she really does. And Pam, she has a 16-year-old son. I don't know if he lives with her or if he lives with his dad or what, but that's scary. You may be happy to show him, have someone show him attention. Yeah, that's what we're saying though, Sandra. Like, he's, he would like the attention because more than likely he didn't get that type of attention when he was out of jail. You got to get some woman who is sitting here talking about you're my divine masculine counterpart, and starts writing God knows what and these letters, and then for whatever reason he ends up getting out. Like, he's gonna think that this woman wants to be with him, and he just like call her up and be like, hey, yo, I'm out of jail, like, I'm coming to visit you, and just show up at her house. And that can be a dangerous thing, especially if she ends up turning him down once he's, if he was to get out of jail. Stonegator, she lives somewhere in Kentucky. Can you imagine Bryan getting out and hearing he had to put a restraining order on her? Saying she is crazy pot meat kettle. I mean, you're welcome, Stonegator. I mean, he's crazy, and they're both crazy. I mean, maybe I don't know, y'all. I hope she doesn't get hurt. Seriously, I hope that she doesn't end up, if she's did this before, I doubt Bryan will be the last guy she does this with. I just hope that one of these guys that she does this with at a prison doesn't end up getting out at some point and hurting her or her son. Honestly. Yeah, Stonegator, I don't think he's going to get out. It's just a thought of what if he did. And she's, she's maybe in her mind, she's thinking that he's not. So this is the reason why she's saying all these things to him and all this and that. And then he ends up getting out. What is she going to do? Like, is she going to let him come stay at her house? He needs to slap her after he pushes her here. Well, he doesn't need to slap her. But I just hope she doesn't get hurt. She's forcing her emotions on men she will never have a chance with. She's afraid of her life. Mighty Marsha, that could be very, very well would it be. I just hope that, it doesn't turn out to where she gets hurt. Hey, no way, how are you? And nobody got slapped. Obviously, she's obsessed with Bad Boys to the extreme. Yeah, she's a little obsessive, honestly. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get on this because I'm gonna go over these court documents. There's several pages of them. It just says the Idaho murders victim's family challenging the gag order. The family of one of the victims killed in the quadruple homicide in Moscow, Idaho, is challenging the court order that says that they can't speak publicly about the case. The attorney representing Kaylee Gonzalez's family filed a motion Friday that says that they are not parties in the case against accused killer Bryan Kohberger and should not be subject to the judge's non-dissemination order. The Gonzalez's family was the most outspoken during the initial investigation, making pleas on national television to help find the killer. The judge's order, filed in January, says that any interested party in this case cannot make extrajudicial statements, meaning any statements outside of the court proceedings. The list of parties include everyone from prosecutors to law enforcement to family of the victim and any attorney representing the victim's family members or witnesses. A group of news agencies, including 4 News Now, is already planning to fight the order, saying that it's overly broad and violates the First Amendment rights of those involved in the case. So it's not just going to be the attorney, it's going to be like all these news agencies and everything. I have a question. If someone has a life insurance policy and they go to death row and get put to death, can the family? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. Wouldn't there be some type of clause or something in there? All right. So in the challenge filed Friday, attorney Shannon Gray says the victims' surviving family members are free to speak to the public and the media under the First Amendment to the Constitution. Simply put, he writes, the rights to freedom of speech cannot be restricted through a judicial prior restraint. Gray says that he is allowed to share with the media any opinions or statements the family wishes to have released. He says that he only represents the victim's family members and has no information about the case that has been provided to him by the state or the defense. The order is unconstitutionally overbroad, he writes. The appeal to the order was just filed Friday, and there is no court date set for to hear the matter. Gray isn't the only one asking for clarification on the matter. Just this week, Whitcomb and 911 filed a claim in Whitman County Court referencing requests for the 911 call made from made from the crime by 4 News Now, the Washington Post, and New York Times. Philly Mac, thank you so much for gifting the 5 memberships. That was very nice of you. Thank you. So now Whitcomb 911 uh, filed a claim because, you know, even though they're in Whitman County, but which is in Washington, that's where Pullman is and WSU is and all that. But they handle the 911 calls for Moscow and Latah County. All right, so when sentenced to death, all policies become void as far as I'm aware of in my country. So what if he is put to death and later proven he actually didn't commit the crimes? I mean, that's a good question, but I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Philly Maniac, thank you so much for doing that. All right, so it says that Whitcomb, which provides 911 services to the Moscow area, says it wants the court to decide if the 911 call can be released since it's a public record and not specifically mentioned in the judge's order. Because, you know, there's no telling how many people has asked for this 911 call from November the 13th. They've probably been overwhelmed with calls and letters and emails and everything else about getting that phone call. So it says Bryan Kohberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder. He's accused of killing. You know, we know the kids' names. He was a WSU PhD student at the time of the murders, which gained international attention. Okay, so Stonegator said that she just Googled it and it'll be in 2 messages. Yes, life insurance policies will pay a benefit to your beneficiaries if you are put to death. I didn't know that. Thank you for that. Life insurance policies do not contain exclusions for death by electric chair, lethal injection, or, and we got to wait for the rest of it in the next comment. All right, so while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna. Okay, so her second comment says any other means carried out by capital punishment. So that's interesting to know. If you have a life insurance policy or any death row inmate and they're put to death, you know, your beneficiary will still get it. So this lady could take out a policy on him. But he would have to sign for that, right? Like if she was going to take a policy out, wouldn't he have to sign and agree on that? I wonder if you can get it while you're in prison. Maybe that's just the people already had it while they were not in jail or before they were sentenced to death. Surely your chances of getting unalived in prison is pretty high. I mean, that's a good question. I've never thought of that. Okay, no, the policy has to be written before the crime. Okay. Hey, Dreamcatcher, how are you? I have heard of employees taking out policies on employees without them knowing. Paul, how are you? And yes, Paul, it has been said by 3 University of Idaho students that they've seen Bryan at the student union building. It's like several floors, I think 3 or 4 story building, and on the first floor there's a food court, and they said that they've seen him at the food court several times. He was sitting by himself drinking water, and he had a very huge staring problem. Like he would stare at people, and if they caught him staring at them, he wouldn't even look away or nod his head and say hi, like most normal people do. He would just sit there and stare. And it was almost like he wanted these people to know that he was staring at them, which is, once again, like I look at that as like a control thing, you know. My husband's company has a 1 million insurance policy on husband. I have doubled that on him. All right, let me grab these. There's 3 different ones, so I got to grab the first one that they did. This isn't right. Okay. All right, here we go. I was about to say it wasn't coming up under the right name. Okay, you are in jail or awaiting trial. You are not likely to be able to obtain coverage unless your case is resolved and you are no longer incarcerated. But those with felony convictions. Okay, so that's going to be a multi comment on that one. All right, so let me zoom in on this a little bit where y'all can read it. And this is from Shannon Gray, which is the Gonzalez family's attorney. And it's just the state of Idaho versus Bryan C. Kohberger, and it's a motion to appeal, amend, and or clarify amended non-dissemination order. And it says, come now, counsel for the victim's family, Gonzalez, Shannon Gray, and moves the court for an amendment and or clarification of the amended non-dissemination order granted by the court. This request is based on the grounds and for the reasons set forth in the memorandum attached hereto and by this reference incorporated herein. It was dated February the 2nd, 2023, and it was signed by Shannon Gray. Like I said, there's 3 different files, so I need to go grab the second one now. And this is going to be the memorandum. He did that. Okay, so a smart SK would take out a policy on themselves and wait that time period so the policy becomes active before committing the crimes. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if any SKs have done that though. Like, I wonder if they thought about that. You know, like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do these crimes. There's a chance I can get caught, get arrested, get convicted, you know, spend the rest of my life in jail and or get the death penalty. So maybe, you know, maybe they wanted to take care of their family or friend or something. I don't know. That's interesting. That would be an interesting thing to look up and just see if there's been any SKs that has gotten themselves life insurance policies. Michelle, basically, it's that none of them can talk. And the way it's read is that, or the way it's written, I should say, is that any of the parties, and Shannon Gray, which is the Gonzalez family's attorney, is saying that the Gonzalez's and him are not parties to the case. Like, you know, so it shouldn't apply to them. That they should be able to speak with media and give their opinions on stuff and all that. And he is also saying that he has not received anything from the state or from the defendant about anything regarding the case. And so he's wanting it fixed to where they're not under the gag order. All right, so this is the memorandum in support of the motion for appeal and or clarification of amended non-dissemination order. Okay, D'Angelo, the Golden State Killer, would be the only I would believe would buy insurance. So just saying, you don't think maybe like the BTK killer did? Since he had a daughter. I don't know if I believe he has a son too. But if he has kids, would would that make him want to do that so his family is taken care of? Okay, so just saying, you think the BTK would too? All right. And can y'all see this okay? I'm trying to zoom it in as much as I can, but it still be where I can read the whole thing where I don't have to slide it over as much. Let me do it like this, and then I can zoom it in a little bit more. Oh, well, hold on, wait, little baby, I haven't pulled it up yet, that's why. I thought I'd done shared it. Hold on just a second. Okay. I think that's going to be too much. Yes. I'm trying to get it to where y'all can see it, but I don't have to keep sliding it over to read everything. Okay, it should be up now, y'all. All right, so like I said, this is a memorandum in support of motion for appeal and or clarification of amended non-dissemination order. All right, and it just says, I, Shannon L. Gray, am an attorney licensed in the state of Idaho. I represent victim Kaylee Gonzalez's family in the above referenced matter. I make this memorandum in support of the motion to appeal, amend, and or clarify the amended non-dissemination order on this case. The court's current amended non-dissemination order is based on the following reference case law and legal guidelines. And it's number 1, the ABA Standards for Criminal Justice, Fair Trial, and Public Disclosure, the 4th edition, 2016. Number 2 is the IRPC Rule 3.6. 3 is Shepard versus Maxwell, 384 U.S. 333 in 1966. 4 is Nebraska Press Association versus Stewart, 427 U.S. 539 in 1976. And then Gentile versus State Bar of Nevada, 501 U.S. 1030 in 1991. Okay, Zara, you can see it okay? All right, so page 1 is the memorandum. Okay, the order states as follows. Therefore, based upon the stipulation of the parties and with good cause, it is hereby ordered that the attorneys for any interested party in the case, including the prosecuting attorney, defense attorney, and any attorney representing a witness, victim, or victim's family, as well as the parties to the above entitled action, including but not limited to investigators, law enforcement personnel, and agents for the prosecuting attorney or defense attorney, are prohibited from making extrajudicial statements, written or oral, concerning the case except without additional comment, a quotation from a reference to the official public record of the case. Number 2, the order specifically prohibits any statement which a reasonable person would expect to be disseminated by means of public communication that relates to the following. A, is evidence regarding the occurrence of transactions involved in the case. B, the character, credibility, reputation, or criminal record of a party, victim, or witness, or the identity of a witness, or the expected testimony of a party, victim, or witness. The performance or result of any examination or test to the refusal or failure of a person to submit to an examination or test. any opinion as to the merits of the case or the claims or defense of a party, and any information a lawyer knows or reasonably should know is likely to be inadmissible as evidence in a trial, and that would, if disclosed, create a substantial risk of prejudicing an impartial trial. Any information reasonably likely to interfere with a fair trial in the case afforded under the United States and Idaho Constitutions, such as the existence of contents of any confession, admission, or statement given by the defendant, possibly a plea of guilt, or any opinion as to the defendant's guilt or innocence. Karma Reflection, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family. Okay. All right, so 9mm said the problem with this is the families do not have a case against BK. The state does, and the families will have to go by what the state says. Okay. All right, let me get back over. Okay, what I get from this is that the family has something to say, has something they want to say, they want to confirm, or they can't get, that they can't be held liable for it. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've probably been asked, to do other interviews, because Mr. Gonzalez was on several different news stations and did several different interviews. And, I'm pretty sure he's wanting to speak out. And the way it is right now, he's not able to. All right, so it is further ordered that no individual covered by this order shall avoid its prescriptions by actions directly or indirectly, but deliberately that result in violating this order. I don't know why this is different font, but it's like super small, and I can't hardly see it. Okay, it is further ordered that this order and all provisions herein shall remain in full force and effect throughout the entirety of the case unless otherwise ordered by this court. All right, so this is relevant facts. Hey, Emery, how are you? All right, so on January the 12th, 2023, I participated in a Zoom call with Magistrate Judge Megan Marshall, in which several of the victims and witnesses' attorneys were present, as well as Latah County Prosecutor's Office and counsel for the defendant. In the Zoom call, I informed Judge Marshall that my clients, the surviving family of the late Kaylee Gonzalez, are not parties to the case and therefore are not subject to the order. The judge stated that she mistakenly believed that they were parties and were therefore subject to the order, and she instructed me to advise them. I also informed Judge Marshall that I did not believe that I was covered under the initial dissemination order as well, and informed her that after the original dissemination order came out that I emailed the Latah County Prosecutor's Office for clarification and for the judge's email. They offered no clarification and refused to provide Judge Marshall's email address. During the Zoom call, I informed Judge Marshall that I would be contacting the Idaho State Bar for clarification of her order as well. Since the amended order was issued on January the 18th of 2023, my client and I have not made any statements to the media out of fear of being held in contempt of court. Neither I nor my clients, the Gonzalez's, have stipulated to the order, and upon receiving it, he informed the court by email and requested that the order be changed as it did not accurately reflect an agreement by the parties. The court did not honor my request. Okay, so this is his argument. All right, so it says properly construed, the order does not apply to the victim's family in this matter. The only parties to the case are the people and the defendant. Accordingly, as a non-party citizens, The victim's surviving family members are free to speak to the public and to the media under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Simply put, their rights to freedom of speech cannot be restricted through judicial prior restraint. Gentile makes it clear that only the rights of attorneys who are actively engaged in litigating a pending matter can be restricted without satisfying the rigorous prior restraint standards set forth in Nebraska Press Association versus Stewart. Okay, and it just says see Gentile versus State Bar of Nevada. Okay, the speech of lawyers representing clients in pending cases may be regulated under a less demanding standard than that established in regulations of press in Nebraska. Okay, so that's just one of those things where they bring up other cases. Attorneys that do that all the time. Okay, as an attorney for one of the victims' families, I am allowed to relay to the media any of the opinions, views, or statements of those family members regarding any part of the case, as they are allowed to speak about the case under the First Amendment. All right, hold on just 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to go blow the candles out because they were sending smoke over my way. All right. Okay, so this is different from offering up my own opinion regarding the facts and issues surrounding the case, and it would place an undue burden on the victims' families if the attorney who they have retained to represent their interests was prohibited from serving as their spokesperson to the media and other parties in transmitting the victims' families' thoughts and opinions. As attorney for the victims' family members, we are not parties to this action. I, too, am allowed to comment on the case and other issues surrounding the investigation pursuant to the IRPC Rule 3.6. Let's see. All right, so this is also a memorandum, but I'm trying to see if this is... Okay, so no, this is a different... Tech Death, how are you? Hey, Laura, how are you? All right, so he says, I am not an attorney of record involved in the case. I have played no part in the investigation, prosecution, or defense of the case. Neither the state nor the defense has shared any information regarding the case, and therefore the only governing rule for public comment regarding this case would be IRPC Rule 3.6. Additionally, in the Gentile case, the court upheld ABA Rules 3.6 and 3.8 as they apply to attorneys who are representing a party to the case, but held the wording of those rules was unconstitutionally vague. IRPC Rule 3.6 is similar in wording to ABA Rules 3.6 and 3.8 and therefore is vague in its application to attorneys who are representing a party to the case, and even more vague to attorneys like I, who are not representing any party to the case. The order is factually overbroad and vague. On its face, it preludes all comments or opinions. I cannot read this. I'm going to have to just do it like this, y'all, and go back and forth. Okay, now I got to find my spot. All right, so all comments, opinions other than reciting matters of public record, even if there is no possibility, much less substantial probability of prejudicing the tribunal, and it also remains in effect even after the jury has been seated and admonished to avoid all press coverage regarding the case. As such, the order is unconstitutionally overbroad. The point of a non-dissemination order is to protect the rights of the parties in the case, and especially in criminal cases, it is an attempt to preserve a fair and impartial jury pool. Once the jury has been selected, the non-dissemination order becomes mute and therefore would not be allowed to be in full force of the entirety of the case. Okay, and then he just says, therefore, I request that the court forthwith amend and or clarify the amended non-dissemination order regarding the issues addressed above, and I request a hearing on the matter. And this was also done on the 2nd day of February. So he's wanting to go, he wants to have a hearing about it. We can't plead insanity. Let me just catch up real quick. And yes, if y'all haven't done so, please go hit that thumbs up. County in Idaho. Okay. So I don't know if she's gonna like do anything about this. Lord, I'm on Chad Daybell stuff. Hold on, y'all. Let me get back up here on Bryan Kohberger's. I wish all the states had their websites like Idaho does. But like all the big cases, like they have all of the documents on a website. They've got it for all of Lloyd Vallow stuff. They got all Chad Daybell stuff. They got all Bryan Kohberger stuff. All on this one website for Idaho. Okay. All right. This is just a notice of appearance is all this is. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, let's see. He wasn't watching Idaho at the time. White Widow Baby, I know, like, it's just, you just go find the case that you're looking for. They actually have a dedicated page to these cases, and it has every single court document that they come out with. It's on there. You just go find the case that you're looking for, and boom, there it is. So much easier. These other states that I've looked in, like, it's not that easy to find all the court documents. Like when Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell stuff starts happening, just go to the site and grab the court document. It's that simple. All right, so this is just a notice of appearance. And it says, to Clerk of 2nd Judicial District of Latah County, I represent the Gonzalez family and myself, and all pleadings, motion, notices, and other papers should be served on me. I certify I e-filed served a copy to all parties, and this was dated February the 3rd. Blues Hockey, how are you? Is it a free site or no? GOP Nick is completely free, and it literally has just like every single one of the court documents on it. Hold on, let me grab the site. I'll post it in the chat. Okay, that's the website right there, GOP Nick. Okay, so for one, I think it's still thought they have everything sealed like it never existed. You're welcome, GOP Nick. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, I wish all of the states were like that. It's just super easy. I gotta take something from people not involved. So hopefully the judge will do something with this non-dissemination order. Obviously, the Gonzalez family have something they want to say, or just wants to have the freedom that they, if they, something comes up and they do want to speak about it, then they have the freedom to do so. Look at some. Okay, y'all. All right. I need to get back to my email because I need to grab a picture out of there. And then I'm going to pull up the virtual tour of the house. And Crime Crazy, was you able to look at that virtual tour that I sent you earlier? Okay, 1 second. I just need to grab this picture. Okay. Okay, you are. All right. The last I heard about it, the father wanted to speak on how terribly mangled and attacked his daughter was because they believed the guy with the white truck was involved. Okay, well, that's what I'm pulling a picture up right now, Zara, as the white truck. You're talking about the one that was in the video, right? When Kaylee, Maddie, and Hoodie Guy were walking down the street? Because I've got that picture. It's like a screenshot from that video. And, oh, I forgot which channel it was I was watching the other day, and they were talking about the white truck. And Annie, she was in here earlier. She's still in the hospital, but she's doing better. But anyway, the guy he was like going on the map, and what was the name of the street? I had to find it on the map. It starts with the L, and I forgot what the name of the street was. But there is a truck on this street at this trailer, at a mobile home that looks just like this truck that's in this. Hey, Bryan, how are you? Looks just like this truck. Now, the white truck that was caught on video, I believe it was, was it News Nation was out there? One of the news stations were out there. And there was a white truck that was going up Willenta. I don't think that is the same white truck. That is it, Karma Reflection. Thank you. I knew it started with an L. I just couldn't remember what it was. Anyway, I don't think that's the white. I don't think that's the same white truck that's on here. The white truck that was on Willenta looked like an extended cab. Maybe a Chevrolet or Ford. Hey, Tonka, how are you? But the one at the mobile home looks just like the one that was in the video with Maddie, Kaylee, and Hoodie Guy. All right, so let me grab this virtual tour real quick. Bookmarks. Okay. Annie, you're welcome. It might have been Dr. Thrifty that I watched it on. Okay, content not found. So we got to go to the first picture. All right. Okay, so Crime Crazy, you'll have to remind me. What was it that you were wanting me to look at on the virtual tour thing tonight? Okay, give it a second for it to come up. Okay, hover the mouse over the house, highlight points. Okay, let's see. There's been some new stuff added to it since I was on here last. You have no idea. I think it was Kaylee and Maddie's rooms. I think that's what it was. Okay. Wait, what the hell why did this go to this? I must be clicking on stuff. Hold on. Okay, that's not what I want. Oh yeah, see this wasn't okay, revised January the 23rd. Oh my gosh, they've actually added more stuff. Okay, can y'all see that okay? Okay, it's an extended super long bed, square back windows. Wait for the baby. Wait with the baby. Do you remember what it was today that Crime Crazy was talking about? She wanted to look at on the virtual tour of the house. I think it was Kaylee and Maddie's room, I believe. How their rooms were upstairs. Hey Moonville, how are you? Okay, it was the back of the house, M3 from the side street. Oh, wait, I was just on that. Hold on, I gotta figure out how I got there. I think I was here. Let's see, did I click? Okay, I must have clicked on one of these little things over here. Okay, that's the one I was on a second ago, but let me oh shit, I think that's the same picture. Okay. Hey Nene, how are you? Okay, so Crime Crazy, this is where M3 was on those pictures that we were looking at. And this is right outside of Maddie's bedroom window. The deck right here is on this end. This is that tree I was talking about. Rum Runner, how are you? The one I was talking about with the red berries or whatever on it. This is it. I don't know what kind of tree that is. If anybody knows what kind of tree that is, let me know. Okay. Wanted to see from behind that tree and down the side of the house. Okay. Hmm. I don't know if there's a picture. Wait, let me go back to this one. Okay, this is the only side view that I see on here. On this side of the house. No way, that may be it. I don't know what kind it is. I just remember a couple of weeks ago, um, someone had sent me a picture, and because they had thought on the edge of the deck where Maddie's room is. Um, hey, America First, how are you? There was a red spot like on the outside of the railing, and some people were thinking maybe it was blood. And if I mean that's what it looked like to me also. But someone in chat has said that there's a tree there that's got red berries on it, which then made sense. You know, it was like I guess the juice from the berries or whatever they had gotten on it. But I wish they would have had a better, like a closer view of the side of the house right here. Because I think the only other one that they had, now that one don't show either. They've got this one, but it's not like this picture here and this picture here look completely different. Okay, so it is a mulberry tree. Okay. See, hold on one second, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta look at something because this doesn't. Why is this right here like this on this picture? And obviously, well, no, this could have been. I don't know because I mean that's the kids' cars, but that must have been just been how they added it because that looks completely different than this wall right here. Let's see. Okay, so they're red snowberries. Okay, snowberries, and they are actually all over the porch. Okay. Seems like I remember somebody telling me what they were, but I don't remember. You can see them right here on this one picture, but like I said, I don't know what kind they are. The other Sharon, how are you? Where's Ethan's Jeep? Vapor, I believe in this picture here of the front of the house and the cars or whatever. I believe they had a picture of the house and just added the cars to it as a generic picture. Because this side over here looks different, and this would have been where Ethan's Jeep was. And whenever they took the cars, it was snowing. Like they were covered in snow. So I think they just added the cars into it. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay. But still no berries on porch. Okay, does Jeanette? Okay, no, but I've seen pictures of the porch and the trees. Okay, there's red round clusters of snowberries. Yeah, we're trying to find one that's got the berries on the porch. That's what we're trying to find. I don't know, Faber. I don't know why they did it like that. Because like that's what I was looking at just a second ago. This little spot right here looks completely different. Like on the, if you're looking at the house on the left side, because in this one here, there's a wall built, and that's where Ethan's Jeep was parked at. So the picture that they're using for this just must be like an older picture of the house, and they just added the cars to the front of it and the police tape and all that. The cop car looks fake. All right, y'all. So if anybody knows where we can find a picture of the backyard where the deck is on the end of the house where Maddie's bedroom was at, and it has the berries all over the porch and all that, can y'all please let me know? I don't think unless they've added let's see, now that's the stairs. Let me see if I can just go to it. I wonder if they've added like the balcony pictures. Wait, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I at in here? Oh, this is Dylan's room. Okay. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I can find it on the Facebook group. Marissa, yes, if you can find a picture of the back deck with those red berries on it, um, send it to me. Just email it to me. That'll be fine. Thank you. Or you can send it to Crime Crazy. We're just trying to find the one with the berries. I remember seeing one that had the berries. I didn't know what they were, but they're saying they're snowberries. So, wasn't there a video with Bryan in it? I think when Bryan was there, there was snow on the ground though, right? I wonder if Bryan. Let me look through Twitter, y'all, because I remember him being there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to find Bryan on Twitter because I remember when he was there. I believe there was snow, but I can't remember. I remember him walking up that side road, but I don't remember if he got the um, the back deck with the berries. Okay, I've seen video of back deck with red snowberries on a podcast. They're very common in that area. Jeanette, do you remember which podcast it was? I'll have to look through Bryan's stuff later. Hold on, let me look at that picture. Oh, can you see the berries on it? Oh, wait. Okay, so Crime Crazy. Hold on. Let me. Can you email that picture to me? Screenshot it, email it to me. Okay. I think I may have found one. Crime Crazy. I gotta wait for Troll to send it to me. Let's see. Does anyone but me ask in their head where does Lost think we're going every time she says hold on? Baby Boop, I'm sorry. I just let y'all know that I'm muting just in case y'all don't hear me. Uh, okay, Nene, email it to me if you don't mind. There's my email. Okay, with them finding the shoe prints so late, do you think it ruined their chances of finding the same pattern shoe prints outside or going up the hill behind the house? Mm, yeah, because I wonder how. Okay, so they got there on the 13th, 12 o'clock, a little after 12. Like, how long did they take from the time they got there, like, till they started looking outside for shoe prints? Like, I wonder how long that took. It's, it's no problem, Scarlett. I just sit here and laugh to myself. Uh, all right, and there was something else. No, that's our first floor. And GTSY means it's good to see you or great to see you. Oh, she got mail. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me take this off and I'll bring it back up in a second if I need to. Let me jump over to my email. Okay, so Dr. Thrifty did the berry thing too. Okay, I may have to go through his. We just need a picture of the back deck with berries on it. Oh, what the heck? I can't tell if this has got. Okay, thank you, Karma Reflections. Okay, let me get this one downloaded. Oh, Lord, y'all. I tried to spell pick and spelled that all wrong. Okay, let me jump over to the other email and then Crime Crazy. I'm going to pull the picture up in just a second. We're going to figure this berry thing out, y'all. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think this is the same one Crime Crazy's got. I believe. Yes, Crime Crazy, I can. Okay, I think that this is the one that you got, the one that Karma sent. But I'm gonna pull it up. That one and the one that Trolls sent. Mar, have a good night. Oh my gosh, why is this not coming up? Okay. Okay, Crime Crazy, is this the one that you had earlier? Okay, thank you, Nene. Okay, so that's the one you got. Zombie Mom, how are you? Okay, let me go to my next one. Okay, this is the one. Does it switch pictures? Okay, yeah, it did. I sent another one on Twitter. Okay, so this is the one that Troll sent. I can't tell if that's berries or if that's leaves, though. Okay, you got this one too. Okay. And see, there are berries on that tree. So all right, let me go to my email. So she's got those two. Let me go back to the email because Nene says she sent one. You got another one? Okay. So Troll's looking at another one also. Okay. All right, let's see what this one is. Okay, I'm gonna download this one, but I'm gonna have to. I'll have to crop this one. Who sent this to me? Someone sent me a picture and it just says deck in the subject line. I don't know who that was, but I got your email, and then doggone crazy, I got yours as well. Oh wait. Oh wait, Crime Crazy. This may be a good one here. I think you can see the berries on this one. Y'all, I've got berry pick 4. Hey James, how are you? All right. Okay, Crime Crazy, I think I got a good one for you. Let's see. Okay, Nene, your Sis deck. All right, so I got yours. Thank you for that. But I'm gonna have to crop it. Well, I said I was gonna crop it before I showed it because it had. I don't know if you had any personal information up on your computer pulled up there. Uh, let me see if I can get this pulled up here now. Okay. All right, Crime Crazy, do you have this one? And this one you can tell are berries. Glad deck was sent. Nothing else. People. Alright. Alright. I don't think so. Please send. Okay. Alright, y'all. I'm going to email this to her real quick. Okay, I've got one like that, but the definition isn't as good. Okay. All right, I'm fixing to send it to you. All right. Y'all give me just 1 second. I just want to send this over to her so I don't forget. We need berry pick 4. All right, Crime Crazy, I'm sending it. You should get it in just a second. And thank you all to everyone who sent pictures. I'm not quite sure yet what Crime Crazy needs it for, but thank you all for sending it. Find it strange is the only berries that are smashed are on that corner, almost like someone stepped on them. Hey Jan, how are you? Yeah, because doggone crazy, where they're smashed at is on the outside of that railing. Which on the inside of the railing right there. Hey Delene, how are you? Um and I don't know if that's a dog bed that they had for Murphy. Or if it's just a pillow or what it is there, but there's some kind of pillow looking thing there on the inside of the railing, but up against the railing. Oh, see, I still think he went to the 3rd floor sliding glass. I have said it since the PCA came out. Yeah, because they never did release what way he came into the house. Just that Dylan seen him walk out. Okay, can I extend the friendship just a bit further? I need a pic of berries all over the whole balcony porch. That is the one I really, really need. Frank, how are you? Just send a pic that includes berries on the tree. Okay, that may be the one she's got, Karma, but let me look. Just 1 second. Okay. All right, I'm jumping over into my other email real quick to see the one that Karma sent. Okay. And Jeanette, I got your email as well. But what I was saying about the PCA is it doesn't say how he went into the house, just that Dylan seen him go out the back sliding glass door, and that's when they believe that he left the house. Okay, Jeanette, that was what's in the email. Okay, so I got it. Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to get some gummy bears out of my pack here. Okay, so it's the pack's not making a bunch of noise on the mic. Okay, so let's see. Is there any pictures out there of the deck on the inside? Can you pull up the pic that you emailed? Yes, I can. Oh, wait, hold on. No. I don't want to do this. Okay, hold on 1 second, Crime Crazy. I'm going to download this pic that Karma sent to me, and then I'll pull it up. Okay, so this is going to be berry pick 5, y'all. Okay. So off of this, we need berry pick 4. But anyway, is there any pictures of the inside of the deck, like on the inside part of the railing with the berries all over it? I think that's the one that, or one like that she's needing. Okay. All right. This is the one that I sent to you, Crumb Crazy. And Sudi, I haven't seen any pictures of blood. Okay, I'm just going to put this out there again. I'm sure the kids who were called over before the police have many pictures of the crime scene before. Oh, I'm sure they took pictures of it. Vapor. Okay, in the bottom right corner. Okay, what am I looking at in the bottom right corner? And isn't this a screenshot from another creator's video? Okay, that is someone pointing to that mark with the pen. Yes, I want to say that this is the Doctor Thrifty dude, Crime Crazy. This is what, because when I remember seeing him before and I didn't realize it was him until somebody had pointed it out, that whenever he does his videos, he's always pointing at something with, I think it's a Sharpie. But what he's pointing at there looks like it's darker. Okay, is that a creator or an investigator? No, that's a creator. When he does his videos, he's always he that's what he does on his videos. He points to stuff with that marker. Let me see if I can get it. I wish if that pillow wasn't, or whatever that is, pillow, blanket, or whatever this is, if that wasn't there, we would be able to see more of the inside part of the deck. Okay, look at the floorboard. Zoom in if possible. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in enough to where it's of M30 in the picture I sent earlier today. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. But wouldn't, okay, so Crime Crazy, the picture that you sent today where we were talking about this, wouldn't this be the same tree, or not tree, leaves that was in your picture? Hey, Teresa, how are you? Billy Harkins, how are you? All right, see, why are berries not on that pillow? That is a good question. And it's weird how they're just mashed right here, like all through here. But all this right here, they're not. Okay, so M3 and M1 are the same, but that's definitely not M2. Okay, I was thinking this was M3. I'll have to go back over it. Go back and look. Because this one here is actually a good picture of the. I just wish that pillow wasn't there. that pillow wasn't there, we'd be able to see like further in it. Okay, so the video I sent you about 3/4 in, new railing replacing what Ellie took as evidence. Okay, thank you, Jeanette. Okay, so Ellie took this corner railing as evidence. My head has been spinning since 3 a.m. this morning. Yeah, we need to go back over this. Can you? Yes. Let me drop this off the screen where I can get to that email, and I will email it over to you real quick. Give me just a second. Oh shit! I hit the wrong thing, y'all. All right. Jeanette's video. Okay. Okay. Forward. Jen, that's what I was thinking. It kind of looks like maybe like a dog bed or something, but it's hard to tell if it's a dog bed or if it's a pillow of some sort. But like somebody else said, that pillow, dog bed, or whatever it is, doesn't. There's no berries on it. Okay. All right. Let me forward this to you. Gonna lay down, but listen. All right, 9mm. Have a wonderful night. All right, Crime Crazy. I sent you Jeanette's the video that she sent to me. Okay. Let's see. Gotta love y'all on leave. I gotta catch some. All right, Laura. Have a wonderful night. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Crime Crazy, you should have the video now. It shows that it was sent. Okay, just sent a photo. I just found that you can zoom in and see berries all over the porch. Okay, thank you, Karma. All right, I sent a few, but I think you showed them. Yeah, Marissa, the one that you sent to me, I believe it was you that sent it to me. I know there was two of them that someone sent to me that Crime Crazy already had those pictures. Okay, let me see. Can you guys try to get the talk screens from SWAT listed as a homicide? I think they should release it. Bryan, are you talking about for Brent? Is that who you're talking about? Okay, you just sent three more. All right, let me look real quick, Marissa. Let's see on what day was what. What day was that? Was that December the 13th when that happened? Roger L, how are you? Okay, let me see. Okay, uh, I don't know if she goes by her name. Someone that just sent me an email that says Bryan Kohberger, UPDA, I believe is. Wait, what is this? Updates and answers. I got your email. Let's see. Okay, Karma, this one that you sent, I believe is the one we were looking at earlier today. Let me look at I'm crazy or Marissa's real quick. Okay, yeah, Marissa, this one that you sent with the 3 on it. Uh, let's see. Yes, we had all of these except for the last one, the one at night. Is the only one we didn't have. Okay, let me get out of this. Okay. All right, so Brian, that's who you're talking about. I mean, I can see if I can do a FOIA and uh, get that, Brian. Started at 9 WSUS students and nearby residents to shelter in place and an alarm sent at 3:05 a.m. Okay, let me catch up real quick, y'all. Talk screen. Hold on, let me make a note of that. Give me just a second, y'all. One second, y'all. I'm just making a quick note. Okay. All right, Brian, I've made myself a note so I wouldn't forget. Okay. All right, Brian, you're welcome. And I'm kind of suspicious of that case anyway, Brian. So I needed to do that. Um, I have a lot of questions about him. Seems like there's a lot of weird things going on with that guy. And I'm not saying that he was involved with Brian, but I'm wondering if he would. They ruled it a homicide trying to. Wait, they ruled the Brent guy, they ruled a homicide, Brian? The one that SWAT took out? Let's see, me too. Yeah, it seems just like I don't want to say that the guy was involved because I don't know that, but it's It just seems suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Brent's family said Bryan was friends with him, and yes, has ruled homicide until the LEO are cleared. Okay, see, I didn't know that was ruled a homicide, but that would be weird. I mean, it was SWAT that took him out. Yeah, I knew he had the address at the corner of Taylor and Linda. That's weird though, because SWAT took him out. They knew the situation, so why rule it as a homicide? That's weird. Okay, it is my understanding that any police shooting resulting in death is ruled a homicide. Question is whether it's justified. That is crazy. I've never heard of that. Hmm. He suffered from mental health, but he did not take himself out. He was shot. Yeah, he was. So because of it being SWAT, that's why that they're ruling that until I think someone else said until the Ellie is cleared. Okay, so the coroner has to rule it a homicide until the investigation says different or justified. Oh, okay. I got it. That is just crazy, though, honestly. Some think that maybe Kohberger may have swatted him. I heard somebody else say that too, Brad. That they wonder if maybe Bryan made the phone call. Stonegater, we're talking about is it Kopaka? I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He's the guy that was over by the WSU college, and they said that he was. Excuse me. They said that he was threatening his roommates, and they had to like evacuate the whole building, and eventually SWAT had to come in. Okay, because a human killed another human intentionally. Okay. I've never heard of it being that way. That is, I mean, it makes sense, but that's crazy. I've never heard of that. Okay, you sent an email. Okay, thank you, Zara. Okay, go. Let me go look at this email real quick that Zara sent. Zara, when did you send it, honey? Because I don't have it yet. Dreamcatcher, it happened December the 13th, wasn't it? Because Bryan and them had, whenever they got, him and his dad got pulled over, they brought it up. And his dad tried to say something about a mass shooting or something to that effect. And Bryan was like, well, we don't know if that's what it was. Okay, the coroner will not usually give the manner of death until all investigations are complete. I don't know, Chrome Crazy. I'm wondering if him and Bryan were friends. That's what I'm curious to know. Okay, so it was the 13th. Okay, thank you, Karma. I'm very interested to know if him and Bryan were friends. Being right there together, that close. Bryan's living on call on the campus. I think Brent's apartment where he was at was off the campus, I believe. But Brent did have that Taylor Avenue address as well. Okay, the 14th. Okay. Okay, Zyra, it may take your email a few minutes to come in, but I've got the email pulled up so I can see it. Brett, all they're saying is that law enforcement found it on the bed. Okay, that is one. The talk screen may be interesting. Hmm. All right. Let's see. Let me exit off of this. I need to pull up. Well, I still got a few minutes. Where's that address at? I just wrote the address down. Oh, here it is. So I bet Bryan most likely wouldn't have passed the psychological portion of any special forces or LE. Where the heck is my Google? Hold on, y'all. I want to pull this truck up. I just got to get my Google Maps pulled up real quick, and then I'm going to pull it up on screen. Just 1 second. The police radio of the full Kopaka incident is posted up so you can learn a lot about what's going on. I wonder if they still have it archived in the scanner that you can download the app. What is it? Oh shit! I used to have it. I don't think I still have it on my phone. No, I don't. I think I had to delete the scanner so I could download Flight Radar, so I could track dumbasses flights. But the scanner that we used to listen to it all the time. I forgot what it's called, but I wonder if it has that incident in the archives of what went on. Air fryer burnt my pizza. Sad cowboy fan. How are you? KJ for Justice has a scanner recording on her page. P Fox of the Brent Kopaka deal that happened. All right, give me a second. I'm just gonna pull this up. All right, so she does have the scanner from Brent. Okay, thank you, Simple Butterfly. America First, we're talking about Brent Kopaka. That was the one that they had to call SWAT out for. Okay, now I gotta find this white truck that I was wanting to show y'all. I guess down this way. Is this it? Okay, so when is this from? Okay, so this image was captured on October 2021. If you look at subreddit Moscow Murders 2, the second or third post is Brent Kopaka and has a scanner. Okay, Zans, thank you. All right, so this truck right here. People are wondering. Did the truck? Yes, there it goes, right there. People are wondering if that is the same truck that pulled in behind Kaylee, Maddie, and Hoodie Guy that night on video when they were walking home. Now I need to do something. Real quick. So I can pull them both up side by side where y'all can see them. Give me just 1 second. Oh my lord. Nothing ever wants to save where I needed to save to. What the heck? Give me just a second, y'all. Canada dash cam. Dreamcatcher, I'm not sure who lives here, but some are thinking that maybe this white truck is the truck that. Okay, last link I sent you has a. Okay, well, let me see if it's came through yet, Zara. Give me just a second. And that could be the reason why it's taken so long. It's because it's got a picture in it. All right, let's see if we got it. No, I haven't got it yet, Zara. But Karma, I did get your other email. Okay, where the truck is, where they park for the corner club. Okay. Karma Reflections, thank you for that name that you sent me and that information. Hey there, Krista, how are you? All right. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna pull this back up real quick. Hey Nora, how are you? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it like this. What the hell is taking this so long? Okay. I'm trying to get a picture pulled up here for y'all. Oh my god. Why is this taking so damn long? Jeez. Okay, so here's the picture of the truck that goes behind them. And if you zoom it in too much, it gets very grainy and you cannot tell anything about the truck. It kind of just looks like one big white blur. But you can tell that it is a four-door white truck of some sort. It's hard to tell if it's a Chevrolet, GMC, or a Ford. All right. Let's see, I found it. The cause of death is listed as a gunshot wound and the manner of death is homicide. Okay, thank you, Bryan. Okay. It would be so much easier if it would just let me do this. In one whole step instead of having to go back and forth. Okay, 1 second. All right. So, like I said, some people are saying that this truck right here, because it is along the route that Bryan took home that night. And some people are thinking that maybe this truck and the one that's in the video, and they both look alike. I don't think this is a truck that was in the news footage that was going up Willenta, the white truck. That truck to me looked like an extended cab truck. But also it was still too far to be able to tell for sure if it was an extended cab truck or if it was a four-door truck. But these two, this one and the one in the other video, they do look a lot alike. See, in my opinion, not the same truck. It's longer from front to back. Okay, wait. I gotta get on my map. See, this one does look like a long wheelbase, but where'd my other picture go? The one in the video, it is just like super hard to tell because like this one's got what is called a headache rack. At the front part of the truck in the bed. Hey Joanne, how are you? Send them. I'll do a side by side. Okay, let me grab them real quick. All right, y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute out while I'm sending this to her real quick. Okay. Let me get this in the file real quick. Wait, what up, baby? I'm trying to get it sent to you. The hell did my other picture go? Oh, here we go. Let's see. King Scarlet says she email I just sent has side by side. Okay, King Scarlet, I'll have to look, see if I've got that email. I still haven't got Zara's. I don't understand why hers hasn't came in yet. Okay, let me get over here and look. Okay. Zara, I still haven't gotten it. Oh, I'm crazy. I got another picture to send to you that King Scarlet just sent me. I don't know if it'll help you, but I'm going to send it to you. Okay, that is a picture, and that might have been the one that you were looking for. Okay, let me just catch back up here. Number plates are different on the white trucks. Okay. Okay, give me just 1 second, y'all. I'm sending her this other picture of the deck, but this is at a different angle. I don't know, Crumb Crazy, if it'll help you or not, or if this is the one you're looking for, but okay, I got it sent to you. Okay, 1 second, y'all. All right, let me get out of this real quick, y'all, so I can get back over to chat. Okay, and White Widow Baby, you sent it on Twitter. Okay. Okay, so Crime Crazy, that last one that I sent, was that one helpful? Hey, millennials, how are you? Okay, let me get this off of here. Let me jump over to Twitter now. All right, wait, what up, baby? I'm going to see what you put in Twitter. Okay, it was a dog bed in the same spot. Okay, yes, solved M3, but M2 is still in play. Okay, so where on the balcony was the railing replaced? See, how am I going to save this? Let me see if it'll let me save it like this. The last time I tried to save something from Twitter, it didn't work. We're going to try this. And Zara, I'm still waiting on yours to come through. And Zara, you may have to resend it. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this one. Wait, what a baby! That one that you sent on Twitter, I can't get it to save for some reason. I got this one. Let me try this one. See if it'll. Told y'all 2 weeks ago things didn't add up. Nobody listened. Oh god, how the hell did he get back in here? Okay. So there's the truck side by side. Wait, what up, baby? I got it. Okay, so do y'all think that possibly it's the same truck? The one on the top is in the video with Kaylee, Maddie, and Hoodie Guy. And then the one on the bottom is at the mobile home, which the mobile home was on the route that Bryan took on the way home. William goes to every Idaho 4 live stream to create problems. I thought he had been blocked in here before. He must have created a new account. Angel Eyes, how are you? Okay, Krista says no. James says yes. Roger says yes, same. Look similar. They do look similar. They're both white 4-door. They both got black tires. The only thing is the one on the bottom, you can see the rack in the back of the truck. I can't tell if there's one on the top truck or not. Hey Judy, how are you? Jennifer, how are you? That's the only thing that is throwing me off about the top truck. Plus the bottom truck has white black door handles. There's been some pictures that I've seen of the one on the top that you can tell it looks like it's got black, but other than that, it looks like they've got white door handles. But yeah, that's what I was saying. It's hard to tell if it's because it looks like, I don't know if I can zoom in or not on this top one real quick, y'all. Like it looks black there, but it's hard to tell if that's just the way hey NorCal Jim, how are you? It's hard to tell if that is just how the camera or the footage is, and it's actually white or silver, chrome plated, whatever they are, door handles or what. Hey Turquoise, how are you? But the bottom picture was taken, or that image capture was October of 2021 as well. And Wolfpack, I don't know, I can't tell if it's got a rack on it or not. That footage is like super grainy. Well, Chris K, if you don't like it in here, you can just leave. I mean, it's that simple. Okay, the one on the top doesn't have the headache rack. Yeah, I can't. I mean, it looks like you would be able to tell because the one on the bottom, it looks like it goes above the back glass, but it's hard to tell. I have a picture that shows the rack. Where can I send it to you? You can send it to my email. Good. Yes, Turquoise, I'm doing fine. Thank you. I'm sure that was Chris K was probably William. Under one of his many names, I'm sure. Yeah, I can slow the chat down. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me take this down so I can get in and do that. No, Jennifer, Mark was never on panel over here, but I do believe he was in the chat a couple of different times. All right, y'all, one second. Get in this studio. All right, y'all, give me just one second. I can't see my chat right now while I'm doing this. 1 second. I wish YouTube just had a thing on their chat where it can just slow the chat down from there. It'd be so much easier. Okay. All right, 1 second. Let me get back into it. Let's see. It also helps explain how BK was cleaned and how he's missing. Yes, for the 15 minutes based on where he's driving according to the affidavit. He passes right by that trailer with his truck. Yes. So some people were speculating maybe this white truck that's at this trailer is the same white truck that is in the video with Maddie, Kaylee, and the hoodie guy. And it may be Bryan stopped by this house on his way through there that night after the murders. Teresa, no, it was probably a troll. I don't know who Chris K is, but I'm sure that was probably the same person under William that was using the William name. Okay. Let's see. Who is this Mark? Wolfpack Mark was in a couple of different channels, went up on a lot of different people's panels. I'm trying to think. I've seen him on 3 or 4 different panels that I can think of right now. He did come and chat a couple of times, but he was never up on panel over here. Okay, we just pull up the address and find out who lives there. Vapor, I have the person's name that lives there now. Let's see. Chris K has been on other panels. He went to school with Bryan. Okay. I doubt then that would have been the real Chris K that was coming in. Unless he's just coming in being an ass. But I just think that it's kind of funny how he came in right after William was blocked for what, the second or third time. Thank you, Angel. And I love having all of you here with me. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Let's see what we do. Okay, y'all. So I'm fixing to have to end it here. Same thumbnail as the real Chris K. Chris K is not any great commentator anyway. Sometimes though, people will clone other people's accounts, and they will use their picture as well. Like you would think it's the actual person, when it's actually a troll that has cloned the account. I just think, like I said, I think it's funny he came in right after William got booted. Let's see. So now we call the. Wait, is that proctologist? I've been. Oh, wait, what up, baby? If y'all remember, I'm sitting here on a live and somebody clones my name and comes into my chat, which I'm pretty sure we know who clones you. Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here. Let's see. Where are the one named clones? Okay. Thank you, Crime Crazy. And yes, that would have been Rat Boy. Wait, what up, baby? All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all tomorrow night.